McCann money. Love you, chat. Thanks as always, Hassan. Love you, chat. What a wild month, chat. I'm glad we were able to witness it together. Dank hug. Down with Robin Hood, GME to the moon, rocket, rocket. As buff. I appreciate you all, Arjan and chat. Thank hug.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from... now, it says heavy rain, but it's actually sunny. As it stands, sunny California, Los Angeles, even though it does say heavy rain currently. We are live and alive.
We like the stonk.
Folks. We are live and alive, baby. Yes, I just saw the AOC tweet. She says she's coming on Twitch at 8:30.
Hassle 9 months already, poggers, comrade.
Everybody's adding me, but she did not reach out to me at all. I don't know who she's going to be talking to, but we'll take a look at it. Anyway, regardless, folks, I'm back. I'm back. What did I do last night after
Never thought
ending stream?
Fighting side by side with the libertarian.
I ended stream last night after playing some Mario Kart. I'm very into the Mario Kart situation. It's very good. Mario Kart is very good. The Switch is very good.
Tim Pulayok, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump Jr., Pelosi, Mark Cuban, and Ben Shapiro all agreeing? We hold boys to the moon. I love you all.
I've been playing a lot of Nintendo Switch since then. All I'll say is this. I don't want to tweet this out because, you know, a bunch of people that follow me shouldn't hear about this sort of thing. But, folks, Folks.
Ajahn Pogo. Brazilian news when? Pogo also eat the rich.
My bathroom experience has changed dramatically. I shouldn't have said that because now we're going to be like, ew, you have poop hands, like when you play the fucking Nintendo, but like,
Occupy Wall Street.
But honestly, like, honestly, dude, it is so good. It's so good. It's just like a dramatic difference, a dramatic change of pace.
Let's go, boyos.
I'll DM AOC to see what she's gonna do. I sent her, well, I didn't send her a DM, I sent her a message. We'll see. But I don't want to be the person who's like, oh, every time she's on Twitch, I don't want to be the person who's like, oh my god, like. Can I come? So yeah, we'll see. But regardless, there's an active bomb threat in my city right now. Apparently 20,000 Bitcoin. What? Anyway, regardless, you got called out. What is this? Is this some fucking random like drama baiting? Mods, can one of you guys check out what this person is sending? And also, if they're drama baiting, just fucking permanently ban him. Carter100, 3-month subscriber, or no, Carter100. Anyway. So, where were we, folks? All right, let's get to it. So, things are developing quickly. I literally had just started streaming when you when I saw the AOC tweet. So, okay.
What were y'all talking about while I was gone? Something about Jimmy Dore and AOC's feet pics, right? To the moon, let's go.
What?
Yesterday was so much fun. Your god gamer skills made me a millionaire. Let's hope the rest of the year is just as exciting.
Anyway,
hassle.
Where was I? Okay, let me. Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't even do personal fucking news shit. Okay, this is the segment where it's just a dumb joke about subbing you being a proletarian and some editor drama joke. Oh. Okay. I've been playing a little bit of Mario Kart, dude. My 10-year-old cousin is gonna get fucking owned, dude. I'm going to destroy him. Okay, I'm very excited for that. Also on top of that,
hey, Hassan,
what else is going on in the world? Obviously, in my world, rather, I got my fucking smog test. You know, moving along smoothly, baby, with this registration shit. You know, talked to the doctor about vaccinating my grandparents, that sort of thing. And that's it. That's pretty much it for the personal news part of this broadcast. Everyone's already here because they want to fucking... They're freaks. They want to hear about the latest and greatest on what's going on with GME, what's going on with GameStop stock, what's going on with the Robin Hood drama. So let's just fucking get started. I'm going to tweet out that I'm live. Okay, I'm live and alive. Daycare is open. We're watching CEOs mauled and cry about Reddit and other news going on. Yalla, let's go. www.twitch.tv/Hasanabi. We're watching CEOs Malden cry about Reddit and Robin Hood manipulating the stonks for those same CEOs. Also,
living alive,
other
good to
news.
see you, Habibi.
Okay, that's it. So, let's get started with that already. Listen, so Robin Hood, Robin the Hood, right? Everybody's been fucking memeing about this already. I'm not the first person to get there, obviously. You know, sometimes you're just too late. You're too late on it. But guess what? You know what we're not too late on? Watching CEOs mauled like fucking crazy. Now, we were gonna get started on the CEO shit, but there's gonna be a fucking class action lawsuit against Robinhood. They can't do this. I mean, they could literally do whatever the fuck they want, probably, because no one reads the fine print. But it is absolutely ridiculous that people are now reporting that their positions are being forcibly sold, or rather, people's positions are either A, being forcibly sold, or also on top of that, people are literally not allowed, as it stands, not allowed on the Robinhood app to purchase more shares of GameStop. You can only you literally can either only hold, unless the auto selling is like real too. I don't know what's going on there. You can either only hold or you can sell, but you can't do anything else. And obviously part of the reason is because there's going to be two hits, one on Wednesday and one tomorrow. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be Friday. Friday is when a lot of those the positions originally of the Citadel, or not Citadel, sorry, Melvin, the original hedge fund that came to the fucking middle of this conversation, their positions are you Hindu? They're gonna have to pay off. So part of the reason auto selling is only if you're trading on margin, aka borrowed money. So part of the problem here is that of course, is that what do you call it? Part of the problem here is oh my god, my brain is literally fucking frozen today. Holy shit.
Hold the line, boys.
Call options expire Friday, which would force shorts to close, but there is no deadline. No, I know they could hold on, they could hold the short for an extended period of time, but when call options expire, you're basically redoubling, right? If I'm not mistaken, you're redoubling on your shorting if you want, and therefore it's like a forcible purchase of stocks once again at the higher point, at the way higher stock price. So that automatically, and that's what a short squeeze is, when you automatically inflate the fucking, if you push a stock price to that level. And then also on Friday, when those calls expire, you have to buy and then sell again. What ends up happening is that hedge fund who wants to keep shorting those stocks will be forced to purchase those stocks at an insanely high stock value, which means that even the stock price is going to shoot up even further on Friday, no matter what happens. So like a lot of people are panicking and panic selling, but no matter what happens, if you literally hold on until Friday, and I am not a fucking professional. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time, and this is not an area that I have expertise in. I'm just telling you how this works. No matter what happens now, like barring some sort of unforeseen circumstance, no matter what happens, when those options expire, they're automatically going to purchase a fuckload of stocks that will, again, pump up that number one more time, no matter what happens on Friday.
I chat, at least you listened to Dono Hassel.
Do you understand? So the people who hold, it's attrition. It's a game of attrition. Whoever gets to hold for the longer period of time ends up winning. But that's part of the reason why a lot of these companies have been like relentlessly trying to, or these or those who are influencers in the industry and whatnot have been urging people to sell. And not only that, but you literally can't buy anymore on Robinhood. Robinhood at this point has been hit with a class action after blocking the GameStop trades. Robinhood is purposely, willfully, and knowingly removing the stock GME from its trading platform in the midst of an unprecedented stock, thereby depriving retail investors. They literally got slapped with a fucking class action immediately because the micro-trading platform deliberately blocked users from trading GameStop stock as the stock capitulated in value. The news shows some nearly immediate impact to Robinhood after the snap decision. They literally, they said we are looking into the irregularities 2 days ago, or yesterday, basically, last night, and then they decided that you can no longer buy any of the GME stocks or any of the other stocks that are also on Wall Street bets. This, of course, brought AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, to the fray. She said this is unacceptable after Robinhood decided to literally manipulate, like actually fucking manipulate. I don't know if they have the legal grounds to be able to do that. Like, I don't know if just because you signed off on it, they could do whatever the fuck they want with your stonks. Okay. I guess if they did, they would literally do it instead of just forcibly selling margins, like people who are who have sat on GameStop with borrowed money. They would literally do that for everyone, but they're not doing that for everyone. So I assume that they're trying to artificially lower the price as best as they can by selling as much stock as possible, or literally making it so that you cannot purchase any more stocks. Weeble says they can't trade either, and it's because Citadel, the company they work with, won't allow the trades. Yeah. Citadel, the company that offered a what do you call it? Citadel is the market maker that offered a bailout to Melvin Capital in the form of, I think, $2.75 billion. They also have a fat contract with, they of course also have a fat fucking contract with Robinhood. Hey Dave, what's your beef with me? I'm just trying to make a living just like you. Happy to take this offline. What is this? Founder of .72 Ventures. Prison time. Dems and Republicans haven't agreed on one issue till this. That's how blatant, illegal, unfathomable today's events are. It also shows how untouchable Robinhood app and Stephen A. Cohen 2C and Citadel .72 think they are. Fines aren't enough. Prison or bust. It's great. It's awesome. This is great. And the reason why this is great is because fuck these people. Like, you don't have to be Nostradamus to recognize that rich people immediately were going to be like, no, that's not happening. You can't just fucking take billions of dollars from a hedge fund. You just can't do that, because hedge funds are also backed by billionaires themselves. That's not happening. We're not letting that happen. We will literally fucking game the system. We will cry to the referees. We will change the rules, and we will make sure that all these platforms that you have in front of you to be able to do these sorts of things will be rendered useless, or will do things against your best interest. I told you this on day one. Okay, I told you that they were going to try to change the rules to make sure that this was illegal or in some way stop people from fucking doing this. I told you that they were going to come for the fucking Discord and subreddits. I told you that any place that you gather, they will tell you you are no longer allowed or able to exercise collective action in any meaningful capacity, because when that collective action ends up taking money from the hands of wealthy people, even if it's literally just numbers changing from one fucking company or to a bunch of other people that are engaging in this sort of retail investing, even if it's just numbers, even if like no amount of like actual fucking value has exchanged, no labor has occurred, nothing has changed in that field, and yet, you know, we have created so much new capital, but it happened in a way that rich people hate when it happens.
I want you to shit on the rich, baby. Be.
I've never seen somebody hate the rich altogether like this. It's because this is a bunch of capitalist simps who love capitalism, who think that this is a real meritocracy, who think that these people, who think that you can actually fucking literally win in the system, that you can also take advantage of the shortcuts that the wealthy have created for themselves, coming to a fucking gross realization, a very sad realization that no, you can't fucking do that. That's not for you, bitch. That's for the fucking wealthy. How dare you decide to embark upon this gaming of the system? No, this is a casino, and this casino is for us. The house always wins. It's like Las Vegas kicking out a fucking card, a person who can count cards. Okay, that's it. They make the fucking rules. You don't make the rules. You're not there to fucking win. Winning is just for like every 1,000th peasant that ends up making a little bit, so that they can prop that up as a success story, so they can tell the rest of the majority of you peasants that maybe you too can be like that one guy who worked really hard and won. Okay? That's it. And it's always been this way, and it's this way for every single thing. So you can fucking get mad all you want, but this has been the reality. It's time to wake the fuck up. You can't use the tools that capitalists have given you to win in a game against those who own capital. You're nothing, okay? You might have like a little bit of money saved up, so you're using that to fucking game the system and try to fucking, make some money on the side. No, you're nothing, okay? They will roll over you. They will roll over you with the might of God, dude. Unlike anything you've ever seen. And that's literally happening currently. And you, again, like I said, if you're a leftist, you're probably aware of this reality regardless. It's always been a casino. It's always been a gamble. Those who are able to expose one of those flaws and literally treat it in the same way the hedge funds treat it every goddamn day with their over-shorting, were trying to do that against the hedge funds, and look how they fucking reacted. They've been crying about it. They've been fucking flailing their arms. They've been gaming the system. They've been crying to the referee, and they're going to actually get what they wanted. They're going to shank you in the end, or they're going to try to shank you. They're going to fucking bleed you dry. And then they're going to turn around and say, I told you so. See, you literally don't know how to handle the money. And that's fucking bullshit, because they don't know how to handle the money either. No one knows how to handle the money appropriately. The reality is, it doesn't matter if they don't know how to fucking handle the money, because they can literally change the rules when they get fucking got. That's it. You get caught with your fucking pants down, the day after you get a $2.7 billion cash infusion, a bailout from the fucking homie down the street that you went to college with because you cupped this ball sack at the Harvard Finals Club. You know what I mean? So that dude's there. He's like, yeah, of course, we got an MBA together, dude. I mean, I've seen your cock, brother. Like, of course I'm going to give you 2.75 billion. Like, what's that between us? Come on. They get that immediately from the same fucking people, by the way, at Citadel, who also have fat contracts with Robinhood. Those guys can turn around and tell Robinhood to suck their dick and stop fucking allowing people to trade on, allowing people to buy more GME, and Robinhood will literally capitulate instantly. They have no fucking power. They have nothing.
Inshallah, brother. Hold the line.
Webull CEO speaks on why they're stopping.
It wasn't.
Robinhood blocked trading on GameStop and AMC, so now people are trading on Webull, a Chinese-owned trading platform. The free market is so free, we are turning to China. CEO of Webull tells the decision to join Robinhood and restricting AMC and GameStop trades come from soaring costs to settle its users' trades. It wasn't our choice. It has to do with the settlement mechanics of the market.
Choice. Our clearing firm gave us a call and said we're going to have to stop allowing new opening positions in the three names, AMC, GME, and KOSS. Highly volatile. And what happens is this is not a political decision, and unfortunately, it got...
Exactly, dude. Exactly. No. Exactly. Listen, if you're a fucking hedge fund who literally just lost $14 billion, if you're a hedge fund at the precipice of losing $14 billion, you can still get leverage because you're a fucking hedge fund. Okay? They will literally pump $2 billion like that into you. They will let you have the most amount of fucking... They will let you have infinite leverage. Okay? But when you're the average Joe and you want to fucking get in on this, you want to fucking get some money out of this, boom, not allowed, dude. We can't give you money. You're a random nobody. You're a fucking loser. We don't know. We don't know what your qualifications are. Fuck off. No. Yeah. The settlement partner is Citadel, isn't it? Exactly.
Not political. I think it was once said that don't let any good crisis go to waste. And that's clearly what's happening here, and we're seeing politicians jump on the bandwagon so they can start trending on Twitter. But in reality, what's going on is that there is a 2-day settlement between if you buy the stock today, those brokerage firms that you bought that stock on.
Thank you for everything you do.
According to Reuters, by the way, losses on short positions in the United States firms have topped 70 billion.
Hold the line.
People are just fucking pumping. Anything that it has a short position is getting pumped like a motherfucker. So that's part of the reason why they're like, we can't do this. It's so funny that like people are crying about this without recognizing that, like, I mean, this is one way that people are frustrated and demonstrating their frustration with billionaires and the way that the system is fucking designed. It's a sad way to do it. It's not the real way to do it. The real way to do it is by labor organizing. But this is a much more preferable way to do it than fucking pitchforks. Like,
boys,
what the fuck do they think is going to inevitably happen? You know? Like, they're mad about a crumb of wealth redistributing back to, like, the petite bourgeois, like those who are fucking small business owners or professional media class people, like day traders and shit. They're literally upset about just a fucking tiny crumb. Their gains have been so massive throughout this entire fucking pandemic. Okay? They have like tripled, quadrupled, quintupled their goddamn wealth. And when some in the working class that's a little bit elevated, more than just like the regular old average Joe who's working a minimum wage job. Some who were able to trade because they for the first time ever had like a fraction of disposable income. Like those people are now getting shafted because they're taking the money from the wrong kinds of people. What did I tell you the first fucking day? Bernie Madoff, you can't steal from the wealthy. Even wealthy people get punished when they steal from the wealthy. Okay? That's the problem. In America and around the world, under capitalism, you steal from the poor. That's just business. Okay? Sorry. You should have had a better spawn point. You should have been born into a wealthier family. Suck my dick. But under capitalism, if you steal from the rich, then that's theft. That's robbery. That's unacceptable. It doesn't matter if you're a rich person. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking poor person. If you steal from the rich, you will get fucked. Okay? They will shaft you. Now, there's obviously other circumstances as well. Sometimes they'll use you as a patsy. Sometimes they'll use you as a fucking example.
Thanks for giving it your all.
But you are not allowed to steal from the rich. And this is considered stealing from the rich. Doing what the rich have done to you, doing what hedge funds have been doing for a very long fucking time, is literally considered theft when you do it. That same kind of power dynamic exists within policing. For example, if you are a police officer and you throw a tear gas at a fucking crowd of protesters, that's not considered violent behavior. But when you kick that tear gas back, or when you blow that tear gas back with a fucking with a leaf blower, that's considered violent behavior, because there's only these institutions that are able to get away with whatever the fuck they do, and that's why they're institutions, and that's why they're developed in the way that they are. And then there's the regular old Joe, you, okay? You are nothing. You don't have the same kind of freedoms and amenities that the wealthy do. You do not have the same kind of freedoms and the amenities that these institutions do. And the entire reason for their existence is so that they can do this. And the funniest part about it is that they're not even fucking trying, okay? This is like the Jeffrey Epstein saga of very clearly rigging the system in front of your eyes. Like, and what I mean by that is, back in the day, at least, you know, the CIA or whoever the fuck would do an assassination and make it seem like it was a suspicious circumstance. They wouldn't just literally be like, we are going to get this pedophile who we allowed to fucking survive out in the wild and hang out with all the fucking elites and all the fucking business owners and all of these people who are also part of the hedge fund collectives, the Wall Street people. We are going to just throw him in jail, and then he's going to suspiciously suicide himself. Suspiciously suicide himself. No, they literally do it in front of your eyes. They don't give a fuck. There's no counter to it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go fucking investigate on your own and uncover the truth that, like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein actually didn't fucking commit suicide? Yeah, you're not gonna do that. No, and also stop saying the Clintons. Don't be a fucking dummy, okay? It's not just the Clintons. Donald Trump was the fucking literal president while that happened. Bill Barr was in charge of the federal prison that Jeffrey Epstein is in, and you're still calling it the Clintons. Okay. Anyway. Clintons are absolutely fucking homies with Jeffrey Epstein, though. Don't get me wrong. And it's just like that, okay? This is just like that. They don't care. They very clearly, in front of your eyes, were like, they are taking money from us. I do not like this. What I am going to do is now change the fucking system. Please change the system. They literally called the goddamn manager of the stock market. They're doing it right in front of your faces. There's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do? Honestly, what the fuck are you going to do? We're going to listen to this in a second. Just hold on. I know there's no sound right now. I know it's fucking muted. Shut up. I'm still in the middle of talking about something. They're not going to talk about the GameStop shit anyway. What are you going to do? Class action lawsuits? Laughable. Laughable. Yeah. Good luck getting $12 fucking dollars, bitch. No, that's nothing. The entire system is fundamentally broken. Okay? And the only way you can push back is a way that no longer exists in the United States of America. Unions. Okay? You only have power as far as you can collectively work with one another. You have no power outside of that. Okay? United. I know it's fucking muted. United, you bargain. Divided, you beg. Okay? That's how this works. And that's precisely why you have no benefits in this country. That's precisely why you have no fucking health care. You have nothing. That's why everything is, all the important things are more expensive now. Everybody who says unmute can suck my fucking cock. Go watch it on your own, you dumb motherfuckers. Go watch it on your fucking own. It's literally something you can watch for free on the internet. Anyway, as I was saying, where was I? You'll get one class action lawsuit out of this. Maybe you'll be able to get some money out of this. But ultimately, you're not fixing the flaw. You're not fixing the inherent problems within this system, within the institutions that have been created specifically so they can defend the interests of the wealthy. Do you understand? You get it? And it's not just the stock market. It literally happens everywhere, okay? This happens in every part of your lives. This happens in every aspect of your life, okay? And the only way you can push back is through collective action, organizing, protesting, striking.
What are the chances
at least
that
building
the SEC and our senators do their
instrument
jobs
to be
and
able to
hold
do
Robin
such
Hood
things.
accountable?
And the only instrument, or traditionally the best instrument for that, was labor unions, which do not fucking exist in this country. Okay? They do not. Anyway, here, I'll go to the stupid fucking White House press conference now.
Require immediate action, that he can bring that relief immediately, but he's also going to work with Congress. He's proposed multiple bills to do that.
Let the little guy win his capital.
Following up on that, Democratic leaders on the Hill appear to already be eyeing reconciliation. We heard Leader Chuck Schumer today saying that they're moving ahead with or without Republicans. Does this undermine your calls for bipartisanship, and are you urging them to give this more time?
Well, we're all very close to this here, reconciliation and all the terminology in Washington. Everybody who's watching may not be. Reconciliation is a parliamentary process. It's a way to get legislation through. It's a way to get relief to the American people. The president wants this to be a bipartisan package, regardless of the mechanisms. Republicans can still vote for a package, even if it goes through with reconciliation. There's no blood oath anybody signs. They're able to support it regardless. And he wants this to be a bipartisan package. He's listening to Democrats and Republicans. We all are, to ensure that that's what it looks like at the end of the day.
But it doesn't seem that you can get both the speed you want and the bipartisanship at the same time. So which is the priority?
I don't think that's true. We refute that notion. These challenges that the American public are facing are urgent. People don't know how to plan to have food on their table now. They're worried about whether their kids can go back to school in a couple months now. They're worried about getting the vaccine now. And those are issues that Republican elected officials are hearing, Democratic elected officials are hearing from their constituents, and we're confident that people are going to listen to them and come together to support a bipartisan bill.
And just one other question on COVID. The South Africa variant is now been discovered to be here in the U.S. You, of course, have taken steps.
Again, the irony is just fucking shutting down travel is not enough. It is a first step, but it's a time-saving step. Shutting down travel from South Africa is not going to be enough. You need to quarantine and contact trace.
Were put in place for all departures, including South Africa. They take place. They will be put into effect at noon on January 26th. So this actually goes into effect Friday night, fair, to Saturday morning, close, and was put into place very quickly over the course of a week to stand up the necessary process. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to put these restrictions in place, to work with airlines, work with regulatory authorities to get them in place. We did that as quickly as possible. And before there was a reported case, of course, because we've seen the reports and we listened to health and medical experts. Go ahead, Caitlin.
So, given that Democrats have kind of indicated they will move forward with or without Republican support, would President Biden sign a bill that only Democrats voted for?
Well, we're not quite there. That's getting us a few steps ahead of where we are now. He continues to believe that this should be, and will be a bipartisan bill that receives support from Democrats and Republicans. And he's having conversations with and listening to leaders and members of both parties to assure that we get to exactly that place.
We got Democrats have voted for it. Is he okay with that?
We'll have a conversation at that point. We're not there yet.
Okay, so second question on, given all the volatility surrounding Wall Street and GameStop, what is the Biden administration doing to protect the average American investor if there is going to be potentially a major market correction coming?
Well, the SEC put out a statement, I believe it was today, or in the last 24 hours, I should say. We'd refer you to that. We're not going to have additional comment from here.
Nothing beyond just monitoring it. Has he had any conversations with economic officials about what's going on?
We don't. He's briefed by his economic team frequently, but I don't have anything more to read out for you. Go ahead.
Is the SEC, DOJ, or broader administration specifically looking at Robinhood and other platforms' decision to prevent retail investors from purchasing certain stocks like GameStop?
I don't have anything more on this aside from to point you to the SEC statement.
Okay, just one more question. Is the administration working with Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to push Gary Gensler's nomination given the frenzy in the stock market?
Well, I have not spoken with our legislative team about Gary Gensler's nomination specifically, but certainly the president has spoken about the urgency of getting his team in place to address the range.
There
of
is
issues
something a
we're
little
facing,
sad
and I
about
don't think
this.
that would be
Labor
any
disputes
different
would never get this kind of coverage. So again, because these are capitalist institutions talking about something that is happening to those who want to own capital within the free market system that is supposedly free. That's why it's getting so much coverage, and that's why they're like pushing back on it, because ultimately it is rank hypocrisy, so clear, so obvious, so in front of your eyes, in a way that you can understand it, because like we are told that the stock market is supposed to be where the average Joe can make a killing, and if that is a fucking failure, even if that is no longer your salvation, and the invisible hand only works to fucking invisibly roll around your asshole and just shove their fucking fist directly in your ass when you're an average Joe, but the invisible hand is only working for those who own most of the wealth, then this entire thing falls apart for so many people, right? Because when it comes down to labor disputes, when it comes down to unionization, when it comes down to, I don't know, like scabs and shit like that, there is, or Prop 22 in California, there is like 1,100 different ways that the media ignores this sort of thing, okay? But it's hard for the media to ignore this because this is literally capitalism. These are other capitalists who want to become better capitalists by doing what you're supposed to do under capitalism, that other bankers and other wealthy people have been telling you this is how you do it. And then the moment you fucking do it and you get together and you do it together and you do it successfully, oh no, not like that. Never mind. This is not how you're supposed to do it. Sorry. We're going to take the monies back.
Improving the package as people have good ideas. We're open for business and open to hear from members of Congress on that, but we're not going to do this in a piecemeal way or break apart a big package that's meant to address the crisis we're facing.
On COVID, can you confirm that the Biden administration is actively looking into expanding mandatory testing for domestic travelers here in the United States, and what other new domestic requirements can you detail that might be forthcoming?
Well, we had put out just a couple of days ago, as we talked about earlier, some specific requirements on international travel. As you know, I don't have anything to preview for you or predict on domestic travel restrictions. Our team is always evaluating and how to keep the American people safe.
Go ahead. Thanks, Jen.
Totally unrelated
Can you give the American people any hope that the vaccine supply is going to go much over 10 million doses a week for the next couple months?
Well, as you know, but in case people watching don't know, the president made an announcement just 2 days ago about increasing the supply of vaccines to ensure that we are getting as much of the supply into the hands of governors and elected officials as we can to get the vaccine into the arms of Americans. We're going to continue to push. As he said, he's going to continue to push. We will all continue to push.
I tweeted
But
back at
the issue is
AOC.
not
I said,
just
hi, love to
vaccine
help
supply.
however I can.
A big issue is vaccinators.
Go pump
and
it.
The capacity to have people who can put the vaccine into the arms of Americans in communities and in neighborhoods to be able to do that. And it's also vaccine locations.
Take that to the
So
fucking
we
moon,
increased-
dude.
We already made an announcement less than 48 hours ago
Let's
about
go.
increasing the vaccine supply going to states. He will continue to push. Our goal is, of course, to continue to increase in all of these areas.
But the main issue is supply, isn't it?
It's one of the issues. We will be in a place by this summer where we will have enough supply for the public, but that doesn't ensure that everybody will have had a vaccine, because we need to ensure we have the materials to distribute the
15 months, and it
vaccine,
ends
the
because of cereal.
vaccinators and qualified individuals to literally put the shots in the arms of Americans, places to do it. This is why this is such a Herculean task, because it requires so many components.
Sanofi just announced that it has struck a deal with Pfizer to produce 125 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine, but that's all going to the EU and it's not going to start until this summer. Has the White House been talking to domestic pharmaceutical companies about doing something similar more quickly?
Well, the president did invoke the Defense Production Act, as you all know, last week. But we're not, to quote Dr. Fauci, because it's always a good place to be, we're not producing shoes here. We're producing vaccines. And we want to work very closely with the manufacturers and the companies that are the experts on producing these to ensure they can do exactly that. It's not easy to start from scratch in a new facility. We're very mindful of that. And so right now, we're certainly reviewing all options, but our focus is on continuing to work directly with the manufacturers and their facilities to get the vaccines out the door. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. And Nandita from Reuters News. One question on the healthcare EO today. How many people does the White House expect will sign up during the supplemental time period? How many people are you expecting will sign up for these insurance programs through the Federal Exchange?
Well, we don't have a number to predict for you, but the reason that the president signed the executive order today was because it felt essential at a time of a pandemic when millions of people are concerned about their health care, far too many still don't have access, to open up an expanded window for Americans to be able to apply. And we will have a robust public campaign, paid media campaign to reach the American people, and we'll be putting a lot of levers and resources toward that. But I don't have a prediction for you in terms of the numbers.
We no estimates going in?
We're not going to do predictions from here. Just as many American people who don't have access and currently are not on the exchange that we can reach will be our goal to reach.
And I had a follow-up on the markets and everything that's happening with GameStop. You did mention, I believe, yesterday that the Treasury Secretary is monitoring the situation and she's kind of on top of it. There have been some kind of concerns about her previous engagements with Citadel and speaking fees that she has received from Citadel. Are there any plans to have her recuse herself from advising the president on GameStop and the whole Robinhood situation?
Well, just to be clear, what I said was that we have the Treasury Secretary is now confirmed. Obviously, we have a broad economic team. The SEC put out a statement yesterday that I referred to, but I don't think
all the people who were simping for the new press secretary. How do you feel about her disdain?
The Secretary of Treasury is
like I hate to say this because we're supposed to be Team Democrat all the way, but
it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. She was.
I literally you can
perspective and advice before she came into.
You can see the disgust in her face. She's like, why?
Go ahead.
I don't want to fucking talk about this because, like, these fucking poors have ruined it for us. I mean, we had a good thing going, and now you want me to actually do something? You want me to actually do something, dude? Are you fucking crazy?
Independence means war. Does the administration believe that Beijing is testing the U.S. on the issue of Taiwan, and how would you respond?
Well, the good news is that my longtime friend John Kirby is giving a briefing today at the Department of Defense, and I would certainly refer you to him and any comments he makes on this specific issue. Do you have another question?
Yes. I'm just again following up Secretary Blinken's statement yesterday on the review of the sale of F-35s to the United Arab Emirates and also missiles to the Saudis. What is the message of the administration to the
This dude watches a video on spies and acts like he can read faces. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
The president is open to having more countries join, but how urgent is it for the administration?
That class action, yo, listen. That class action Robin Hood shit is like, that's unverified, unconfirmed. Stop reading fucking subreddits before there's like actual clarity. There's a difference between like a subreddit poster saying my dad is the CEO of Nintendo, or my dad is the CEO of the White House, versus, like an actual legitimate journalist who's working on a story and breaks their story on Twitter. Okay? There are varying degrees of acceptability here, and that's not acceptable information. You can't work on that.
In terms of the urgency, how urgent is it for the administration that more countries sign on?
Well, again, this will be under the purview of the State Department. I'm sure they'll
unless
be
it's on the lawsuit, but even on the lawsuit, it could be. It doesn't have to be fucking real, by the way.
GME AMC.
Unless I'm misunderstanding what you guys are talking about, because the restrictions placed on Robinhood. Someone is saying the restrictions placed on Robinhood.
Now that the Russian court has...
Someone is saying that the restrictions placed on Robinhood were placed by or were done after the White House fucking urged them to do that, right? That's what you're saying. By the way, now it appears that Robinhood is selling customers shares of Reddit stocks to mitigate the risk of their portfolios automatically. In light of recent volatility, we're restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only. However, due to the unreasonable risk involved in brokering your position, we have closed your 4,500 shares of GME for an average price of $118.93 on January 28th, 2021 at 11:24 a.m. Your trade confirmation will be available in your order history on Robinhood on...
Feels like longer.
Is this the fake one? No, I thought this was not the fake one. That like they're not forcibly closing your trade positions, but
just opened all
what do you call it? They're if you're trading on borrowed money, they have the they can do that. Like if it's I don't think that's a fake post. I know that they're stopping people from buying if you want to buy, and they can close it if they're margin called. This is legitimate. Yeah, they're not like they're not closing it if it's they're closing it only if it's borrowed money that you're trading on. Because if the stock, I mean, this is still fucked up, but they can do it. And it's a little bit more understandable than literally being like, we are going to forcibly sell all of your stocks. On a margin, you need a maintenance amount of dollars, and if you don't have that minimum, they force sell. It makes sense, dude, because if this is slated to fucking implode, which it's not, it's still going to grow tomorrow, barring like something really fucking unique. They could legitimately say, well, we're worried and we wanted you to fucking, you would not be able to cover this if you know, if the stock price dips. Is this even legal? This is legal, yes. They can do this. They technically shouldn't be able to limit your fucking trades, though. Like, they shouldn't be able to say, oh, sorry, you can't fucking buy.
Any chance you can turn up the video slightly? I can't hear the precious questions.
You can't buy GME anymore. Like, that is fucking nuts. RH isn't the only broker that's doing this, and this happened overnight. I'm not an expert. In fact, I'm unemployed with an MS Andy. This leads me to believe that the SEC Fed Res told the brokers to get their shit together. They asked Powell at this yesterday.
I can't come on because of that sniper that's watching you.
No. The lawsuit is real. I know it's the class action lawsuit against Robinhood has been filed already. You can file a lawsuit. Some of the things alleged in that lawsuit don't necessarily even have to be real. There needs to be more information. I already mentioned the lawsuit. The lawsuit is for blocking trades, though, not forcing sales on margin calls. They're restricting trades, and I think that's what the lawsuit is from, isn't it? It's not that you can't buy those stocks anymore. It's that you can't even search it up. It doesn't show it all on the app. Fucking nuts, dude. View about the poor in the stock market from a hedge